Matia City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Darryl is going to do an interactive talk on practical uses of AI. He is very, very experienced like that. This is his third talk at the club. He is a wonderful, wonderful public speaker. I learned things watching how he uses his body language, etc. when he talks. It's very good. So, Darryl, come on up and make AI practical for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Good to see you all. How many of you have never heard me speak before? Can I see your hand? Oh, no wonder there's so many of you. Okay. Look, AI is changing the world. I think pretty much everyone in this room would know that, even if you're not consciously using it. But you probably are at least unconsciously using it in a lot of different ways. And what I want to do is just break it down to very basic levels. It'll be too basic for some of you, like the likes of Neil, who heard me speak on AI last time and told me today I pretty much ignored it, and now I'm totally into it. I'm writing code and programs, and you know, his world is changing because of the advent of AI. And I can promise you this, that absent a solar flare that knocks out the entire electrical system of the world and the internet goes down and your phone doesn't work anymore because it'll run out of charge, AI is going to change absolutely everything in our world over the next few years. When I say few, I literally mean 3 to 5 years, and even sooner than that for those that are focusing on it. So some people are very scared of AI, some people are very nervous about AI, and there are reasons why we might be, justified, intelligent reasons why we might be. Just like there were justified, intelligent reasons when things like the car was invented, because it did all the Cartwrights out of business, you know, the wheel makers and the carts and the horses, and did all the cleaners out of the streets that were cleaning the horse manure out of the streets. So cars changed all that, and it changed the world. And I remember when I was a youngster and computers came on, and everybody was scared because those IBM golf ball typists were all getting scared that they'd lose their jobs, and many of them did, but they moved into keyboard typists and they moved into learning how to use a PC. But the transition was the bit that was difficult for some people. And transition is not something that most of us like anytime. You know, we don't like change. We like to stay the way we are. And so that's a fact of life. And the sooner we can just kind of accept it and go, well, that's the way it is. You know, the car changed the world, the airplane changed the world, the locomotive changed the world, the computer changed the world. Well, AI is here today changing the world. You know, the smartphone, I don't know how long ago the smartphone came into existence. Was it 25, 30 years ago, probably, about there? That has changed the world. I came to this meeting today with a friend who said, I would hate to be living without my smartphone. You know, I'm 70 years old, he's 70 years old, and I'd hate to be living without my smartphone too. So, you know, and yet there's probably, I remember last time I was here speaking, I asked for a show of hands, and there was a couple of people in the room that didn't even own a smartphone. So not everybody is into these kind of tech things, but if you're into them, then they can be really important and valuable in your life. And what I'll get you to do, what I'll do myself is get my little buzzer. Where have I put it? I've hidden it, and I'll bring up my next. So, what is practical AI? This is the topic of my talk that I'm going to go through in a demo at the end of these few slides and show you how to do it and help you be able to utilize it very simply for yourself in practical ways. You don't have to be a tech person, you don't have to be a coder, you don't have to be, you know, an AI boffin. You can just use these things very simply and very easily, and they can benefit your life. We're not talking about robots, although robots are coming. You know, if you're a fanboy or fangirl of Elon Musk, you know he's building Optimus, the robot, and the word on the street amongst the intelligentsia of technical things is that robots are going to change the world more than anything else when they finally become ubiquitous. And I can see that could be a possibility. But practical AI can help you with tasks 24/7. The neat thing about having a personal assistant is they can do a lot of things for you, but they go home at the end of the night unless they jump into bed with you and sleep with you because you're married to them or they're your partner. But they're not available 24/7. They might be available a lot, but AI is available 24/7 as long as your phone's got a charge in it, and it can make life easier. So why would we use AI? Well, we want to improve our health and wellness. Put your hand up if you do not want to improve your health and wellness. Okay, that's a good call. Everybody in here wants to improve their health and wellness. AI can do that. You can simply ask your AI bot about a difficulty or a challenge or a query you might have when you feel a bit of a twitch or a bit of a pain. You can say, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that, and AI can help you with possible answers. It's not a medical advisor, it's not a doctor, but it can give you an idea and put you in the right direction and suggest what you might do about it. You know, the best of the AIs these days are passing every PhD exam there is and getting 100%. Now, your doctor's not getting 100% when he did his PhD, I can promise you that. And he's probably forgotten more than he ever learnt. So, you know, AI can be very beneficial. It keeps us connected. AI is very good. You can set reminders with AI. Ring my boy, ring my girl, ring my wife, ring my husband, ring my partner, ring my friend. Check in on Johnny, you know, check in on George or Mary. It can do that, and it can boost our independence. So, it can remind us to take our medicine. Who takes medicine? I take medicine every day. I take something every day, even if it's vitamins, and you want to take your vitamins. There's things we do. We want to do them every day, and we don't want to forget them. AI can help remind you. It's like a calendar. In fact, it can set your calendar reminders for you, which I'll show you later. It can track your vital signs. You can get a little AI thing that you put on your wrist called a watch, a smart watch, and it can track your blood pressure, it can track your glucose, it can send an emergency signal to a loved one if you fall over. As we get older, we get more and more concerned about falling over. And people that fall over and break something, or break something and fall over, as I learned is often the case today from Ren, sometimes you can get stranded down there and there's no one to help you. Well, imagine if you were wearing an AI on your wrist called a smartwatch, and it just sent a message to, you know, somebody nearby that was interested in your welfare and would come and help you. I think that's hugely valuable and worth the small money you'd have to pay for it. It can track your vital signs, it works with wearables, and it can sync with your smartphone and give you feedback. So, alert your caregivers and give you peace of mind. Let me get the next one. It can help us stay in touch. We can have easy video calls with voice. We can just talk to our bot and ask it to open Google Meet, for example, or open our chat bot, or send a message, send an email, send messages to people, and it can open it all up and send it for us. So that's what the benefit of AI is. Keep us connected with our loved ones. It's simple to use once you understand a few basics. It can actually provide quite intelligent conversation. It can be respectful and fun. And I'm going to show you these things in a minute. When I finish these slides, I'm going to connect my phone up through the system, and we're going to have a conversation with an AI bot. And it can be a lot of fun. You can find out the latest news, the latest weather, what's happening in the States today, what's happening in Thailand today, what's happening in my home country today, what's the weather in this country, what's the time in that country. You're about to call somebody in another time zone and you don't know what time it is it a good time to call? Just ask your AI, it'll tell you in a heartbeat. Who uses Google search or some other search engine? Can I see a show of hands? Okay, great, thank you very much. Since I've been using AI, I hardly ever use Google search or any other kind of search for that matter. I'm not saying I never do, but I hardly do, because AI takes me straight to the answer instead of giving me a page with 10 links that I've got to click on and find the one that I'm actually damn well looking for. And it's not on page 1, it's on page 2, so it's a mission. But AI can just take me straight there and give me the options very quickly. And it can adapt to me. You can teach your AI, remember my choices. Remember I don't like this and I do like that. Remember these are my choices of stocks that I like to trade. And tell me when, you know, the price gets to this or gets to that, or give me alerts and what to buy and what to sell. It literally adapts to you, and it knows almost everything. It can answer how-to questions. How do I make scrambled eggs? How do I make beef bourguignon? How do I make beef stroganoff? How do I make a vegetarian meal for friends coming over tonight? I've got these ingredients in my fridge. What would you suggest I should do with them to make a meal that might be interesting to my vegan or vegetarian friends? And it can just do that. Just as so simple. It happens in seconds if you don't already know that. It can handle complex tasks. I was speaking with Neil earlier today, and he's writing whole code programs with AI. He's using ChatGPT. But you can do a lot of other complex tasks. You know, sometimes I have to do things using Excel spreadsheets. Anybody ever in this room use an Excel spreadsheet from time to time? Okay, I get to the point where I don't know what the correct formula is to do something, and I just ask my AI and it gives me the formula, and I copy and paste it right into the cell. Bingo, it works like that. Then I get it to check all the formulas on my spreadsheet at the end to make sure I haven't created any mistakes. Amazing, incredible. And it's almost an instant encyclopedia. When I grew up, my parents bought me Encyclopedia Britannica. Anybody as old as me that had that? Yeah, okay, good. So I used to love flicking through Encyclopedia Britannica. Well, AI knows all that and 1,000 times more. It's got all the knowledge of the internet right there. So it's amazing. You can use it to organise your life, planning and reminders, organise with voice commands. You can manage your calendars. You can never miss a task. You can find new music. You can ask your AI, listen, I like this kind of music, that kind of music. Can you just please find some for me? And it'll find them for you and make some suggestions. It can give you jokes and trivia. And it can create all kinds of fun images. Recently, when I had my 70th birthday, I created a beautiful little picture of a beachside setting, and I was inviting people from various different countries that were friends of mine that came. Some came from overseas, some already lived here. Had people from Israel, people from Australia, people from New Zealand, people from Thailand, people from Finland, and I got the national animal of every single one of those people, and I got AI to make a beautiful image, which it did in like 2 minutes, if that, maybe less, and I pasted it into the email invitation. And instead of sending out pictures of all kinds of different races of people or flags or something, you know, fairly mundane, I sent out pictures of koalas and kangaroos and kiwi birds and elephants and stuff like that. So you can have a lot of fun with AI as well, and it'll certainly amuse you as you go forward. Give you the independence you're looking for, manage your tasks more confidently, make you safer and more independent for longer. Hands up if you want to be dependent. Yeah, right. So this can make you more independent. So there's 3 easy steps, and I'm going to suggest to you that the easy one for you, if you're not already in the AI space particularly, or you're just wanting to get started, if you go to the Google App Store, Play Store, sorry, or the Apple App Store, and download Google Gemini. Get Google Gemini app. Okay, just get that. That's the simple. There's many I could tell you. You might already have your favourite, and I'm not trying to talk you out of that, but this is an easy one. This is really easy to use, and especially if you're getting started. As you get going, you might experiment with a few others. I use multiple AIs, but I use this one a lot. And you can open and start to ask questions. Just open the app, tap on the microphone, and ask a question, and it'll come back with a spoken answer. Pretty easy for you, and you can have a conversation with it. It's got conversation mode where you can just chit and chat to it backwards and forwards. It's so easy, you need help to misunderstand it. If, by the way, you are struggling with it, my contact details are on the last slide, and I don't mind if you contact me, and as long as you buy me a decent cup of coffee or a glass of wine or something, I'll come and spend an hour with you and get you started, okay? That's my gift to you. So if you want to take advantage of that, it's up to you. I'm here. But I only like really good coffee, and I only like really nice wine, okay? None of that cheap stuff. So there's my details, there's my name, there's my logo, which AI made that logo for me in about 30 seconds, by the way. I said, here's my name, make a trendy logo that looks pretty modern, and that's what it came up with. I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. I've had a few compliments on it. Anyway, feel free to email me. It's my name, 55, which is the year I was born, @gmail.com. So pretty easy to find me. So now I'm sharing my screen. This is what I'm seeing on my phone, what you're seeing on that screen. If I turn it sideways, you can see it that way too, which I'll be doing in a moment. But let me just get back to a couple of these slides. I'm not going to take up a lot of time for our next speaker, and I will allow time for some Q&A, but I'm just going to open my Google Gemini app, which is this blue one in the top right-hand corner that I'm about to touch. Hi, Gemini. What's the weather in Thailand today like?
How can I help you today?
Oh, good question. I'd like to know what the temperature is in Pattaya, Thailand today, right now.
The current temperature in Pattaya, Thailand is 30 degrees Celsius. It feels like 36 degrees Celsius, with 74% humidity and a 55% chance of rain.
Okay, that's pretty good. So, Gemini, I'm thinking of flying to Perth, Australia, and I want to know what the cheapest airfare might be in December this year. Can you give me a couple of prices from Thailand, from Bangkok? Thanks, Ren.
Based on a search for the cheapest round-trip airfare from Bangkok to Perth in December 2025, the best available option is with Jetstar, departing on December 24th and returning on January 20th for approximately 8,185 Thai bahts. The flight details are airline Jetstar, price 8,185 Thai bahts.
Yeah, that's enough information. Thanks a lot. That's pretty handy. What I'd love to do just for a minute or two is have someone run around with the other mic, and we'll just get a few questions from the floor if you're quick enough, and we'll try it. So, Gemini, we're talking to the Expats Club in Pattaya, Thailand. It's about 100 people in the room, and we just want to know what you can do. While we're finding somebody to put their hand up, can you give us, in one sentence, what the best benefit is that you could bring to this group of people? Put your hand up, folks, if you want to ask a question. I'll ask it next.
The best benefit I can bring to this group of expats in Pattaya is to provide instant, accurate and personalised answers to a vast range of questions, helping you navigate life in Jomtien, plan travel and stay informed on global and local topics.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Anybody got a question? Want to yell at? Yeah, Brent?
What can they tell us about Allianz Insurance in Thailand?
Gemini, can you tell me something? Whoops, daisy. 1 second. I made a mistake there.
I'm going to be in trouble now.
Gemini, can you tell me something about Allianz Insurance in Thailand? Not Aliens Insurance, Allianz. ALLIANCE.
ANZ, actually.
Allianz operates in Thailand under the name Allianz Ayutthaya. It is one of the country's leading insurance providers, offering a comprehensive range of products for individuals, families and businesses. Their offerings include life and health insurance, plans for life, health, savings and critical illnesses, including specific options tailored for long-stay visa applications, non-life insurance, policies for motor vehicles, property and personal accidents, travel insurance, both single trip and annual plans, with options for international students.
That's great. We don't need the second speaker.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Gemini. We don't need a second speaker all about that insurance company now. Yes, sir.
Asked AI if Allianz issues insurance for people 85 years and older.
Audience a short break. It's smart to transition while you find...
Gemini, does Allianz issue insurance for people 85 years and over?
Based on information available, Allianz Ayutthya's health insurance plans in Thailand generally have an application age limit of up to 65 years. However, if a policy is purchased before the age of 60, it may be renewed for life. For those who purchase a policy after age 60, renewals are typically possible until the insured reaches 80 years old. The available information does not specify any plans for new applicants who are 85 years of age or older. It is recommended to contact Allianz Ayutthya directly for definitive information regarding their current policies.
See, we're going to be able to do that in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And they were here shaking their heads, so, you know. So probably the maximum age of applying is 50, I don't know. All right, we have a question up here. Wait, one up. This guy's...
Yeah, okay, good. Fire away.
One thing, coming back to the question about the flight tickets. If I would really want a good result because, well, it's a bit of money buying a flight ticket, I would use the deep research option. It will take maybe half an hour, but you will get much better results.
What would you use?
Okay.
What?
Deep research option.
Oh, the deep research of AI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, AI has deep search options. The gentleman's bringing up a good, interesting point. Not so much for the those of you just getting started in AI, but for those of you that are more advanced, you may know about it, or you could benefit from knowing about it. And that is that you can do a quick search with AI, which we're doing for the sake of time, or you can do a deep search, which could take a while, up to several minutes, depending on the length of the question and the complexity of the question. Deep search can take longer.
Tell me the names of the candidates running for mayor and council in St. Albert, Alberta, Canada.
Gemini, who are the candidates running for mayor in Alberta, Canada, and council?
I can't provide a list of candidates without knowing the specific city. Alberta is a province, and mayoral elections are held at the municipal level for each individual city, such as Edmonton or Calgary. Please specify which city in Alberta you'd like to know about.
Okay, it's St. Albert's, Alberta.
The next municipal election for the Mayor and Council of St. Albert, Alberta is scheduled for October 20th, 2025. As of the current information, there are several individuals who have officially declared or registered as candidates for the mayoral race. The candidates for mayor are Wes Brodhead, a current city councillor who announced his mayoral run in June 2025. Rick Dorey, a St. Albert resident and community volunteer who announced his...
All right.
Okay,
We'll
so
get the
they're all
idea.
there. I think we don't need to read them. You can take a screenshot later.
Right, up the back here. Well,
Now, what is the status of Grok and when will it reach singularity?
What is the status of Grok and when will it reach singularity? Okay, that's a tricky question for those that don't know some of those terms. But Grok is another AI, in case you didn't know. It's run by Elon Musk's under the X brand. And he says that by the end of the year, Grok will be as smart as any human on the planet. And by the middle of next year, it'll be smarter than all humans combined on the planet. And if you're talking about general, what do they call it, general intelligence, yeah, then that's probably not far behind it. So it's getting very, very smart. Let me just warn you that you do have to sometimes double check the answers, because these AI bots do hallucinate a little bit from time to time. And they're only as good as the inputs they're getting, but I can also tell you that they're upgrading these things on a daily basis, and from 1 week to the next, an AI bot can improve quite significantly. Thanks, Ren. You got a question up there with somebody?
What is, if you want to change your visa from a retirement visa to a DTR, what are the DTV in Thailand? What's the procedure?
Got it. I live in Thailand and I want to change my visa from a retirement visa to a DTR visa.
DTV visa.
Oh, I'm sorry, a DTV visa. what is the process, or who are the best people to talk to about it?
The visa you're referring to, the DTV, is the Destination Thailand visa. This new visa is specifically designed for digital nomads, remote workers, freelancers, and those participating in soft power activities like Muay Thai training, cooking classes, or medical treatments. It is a 5-year multiple entry visa, allowing a stay of up to 180 days per entry, which can be extended once per stay for another 180 days. Switching from a retirement visa to a DTV visa while in Thailand is generally possible, but it is not as simple as an in-country conversion. Here is the general process and who to talk to. The process of changing visa types in Thailand often requires you to cancel your current visa and apply for the new one. While some visa changes can be done at a local immigration office, for a significant change like this, you may have to follow a specific procedure. The official process is handled by the Thai Immigration Bureau. Who to talk?
I'm going to stop it right there because it's a pretty long answer, but you can certainly find it there, all right? And what I'm going to do is... Gemini, can you open my calendar, my Google Calendar, and set an appointment to speak to immigration tomorrow? Oh, go on. There we go, sorry. Gemini, can you open my calendar and set an appointment for me to go and call immigration office tomorrow at 9 a.m. Thanks.
Sure. Which app do you want to use?
I want to use my Google Calendar.
I have created the appointment to call the immigration office for you on your Google Calendar for tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Who'd find that useful? Just by itself, if that's the only thing you ever got out of AI. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? Remember to do stuff. You can set alarms, and you can do things like, Gemini, create a shopping list and put sardines and gorgonzola cheese on it.
I have created a shopping list for you with sardines and gorgonzola cheese.
Where's the best place to buy those things?
For gorgonzola cheese and sardines in Thailand, you have several options, from large supermarkets to online specialty stores.
So the answers are there, right? Google Gemini. Open Google Maps and navigate to the Hilton Hotel from my location at the moment.
I couldn't get directions to Hilton Hotel because there are multiple locations in Thailand, including in Bangkok, Pattaya.
Okay, very smart. I'm talking about Hilton Hotel in Pattaya on Beach Road. Okay, so that's pretty cool, isn't it? 5-minute journey, no matter where you are, just tell them from my location. Even if you don't know where you are, Google knows where you are. And you can navigate home. Just if you put home in your Bolt app, if that's the one you use for transport, you can find out where you are and how to get back there. So it's so easy. And Gemini can open any Google app. Okay, it can't always open every other app, but it can pretty much open every Google app. You may have to go into settings and give it permission, but you can do that. And if you need help, well, like I said, give me a yell. It's going to cost you a glass of wine or a decent cup of coffee.
Question up the back.
What's the next step beyond AI?
GPS signal lost.
No shit. Okay, give me what your opinion is on the next step after AI, the big revolution of AI. What's coming next?
No worries. Let me know when you're ready to continue.
Yeah, I'm ready now. What's the next step beyond AI?
The next big thing after AI is likely to be a combination of advancements in biotechnology and nanotechnology. Think personalized medicine, where treatments are tailored to your specific DNA, or nanobots delivering drugs directly to cells in your body. It's pretty wild to think about.
Yeah, so they're going to have injectable nanobots pretty soon. They'll be the size of a blood cell. They'll inject them into your body. They'll Wi-Fi link to your phone, and they'll monitor your health condition based on real-time blood work 24/7 and give you alerts. Oh, you need a little bit more of this. You need a little less of that. Got a question at the back there?
Yeah, one of the dangers of this is deep fake videos. Ask which application, which AI is best to do a video of a hula dancer riding a whale in Alaska, and you'll find out how fast these things can deep fake a video. Hula dancer riding a whale in Alaska.
What's the best app to use to create an image of a hula dancer riding a whale in Alaska?
Riding a whale. Sorry.
Here is an image of a hula dancer riding a whale in Alaska. Actually, let's try that again. Here is an image of a hula dancer riding a whale in Alaska.
How good is that? Listen, I need to probably wind up, but two more questions.
Two more questions. Well, Pat,
one at the back
Pat.
there, and then this
back,
gentleman
Pat.
here.
My question is similar to the one that asked, what's the next step after AI? Because what I've been thinking is, you know, they're building all these huge data centers,
yes,
and the power to go with it. What happens when all those are built, and then the next step makes that all redundant?
Yeah, I guess that's a pretty good question. What happens when it becomes redundant? Well, I think we're a couple of years or more away from finding that out in reality, and I couldn't tell you, but I'll see if AI can tell us. What happens to AI when it becomes redundant? All these power centres that are being built and all the brain centres around the world that are being built, what happens when that all becomes redundant?
That's a very insightful question. And when we talk about AI infrastructure like data centers and power grids becoming redundant, it's not likely to happen all at once. Instead, technology and its supporting infrastructure tend to evolve or get repurposed. Repurposing. The large data centers built for AI could be repurposed for the next generation of technology, whatever that may be. They're already optimized for high-performance computing, so they could easily be used for scientific research, advanced simulations, or cloud storage for new applications. Evolution. The power centers and grids won't become useless. They'll likely be integrated into smarter, more efficient energy systems, perhaps powering the next technological revolution. The physical buildings themselves would also be repurposed for new industries or applications. Essentially, the infrastructure we're building today will likely serve as the foundation for what comes next, rather than simply becoming obsolete.
Thanks a lot.
Last question?
Yes, last question. And by the way, you can see on the bottom here, you've got a thumb. You can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You can also give it, there's a copy function there where you can copy all the text and paste it into a document. If you're writing, say, a book, you can get it to write your chapters for you. You can copy and paste that information into the book and put your name on it. Yes, the next question? Last question.
I like to know why it is forbidden or not allowed to drive or to fly over the Antarctic.
I didn't even know it was, but I'll find out.
Yeah, you can find out. You
will not find out. Why is it forbidden to fly over the Antarctic?
It's a common misconception that it's completely forbidden to fly over Antarctica. The reality is that commercial airlines generally avoid it for a number of safety, logistical and practical reasons. Lack of infrastructure. The continent has very few airports or emergency landing strips. In case of a mechanical failure or medical emergency, there are virtually no options for a diversion or a safe landing. Extreme weather, Antarctica experiences some of the most brutal weather on Earth, with katabatic winds, unpredictable storms, and low visibility from blizzards and whiteouts. These conditions pose significant risks to aircraft. Navigational challenges. The proximity to the South Pole can affect magnetic compasses and other traditional navigation.
Thanks, Gemini. You've done a great job and you've made me look better than I would have without your help. Can you say goodbye to my audience, please? The Expat Club audience, and wish them well for the rest of the day.
It has been a pleasure being a part of your presentation today. To everyone at the Pattaya and Jomtien Expat Club, thank you for your insightful questions. I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye for now.
Well, thank you so much. And you can see I think everybody learned a little bit better about how to use AI today. I know I'm certainly going to give Gemini a go. I've been using ChatGPT, but I like the Gemini thing, and I like the smooth integration with the Google Apps and stuff. That's really cool. So yeah, it was very topical and very useful for people, practical. Also, a round of applause for our tech crew, Brad up the back, for making the live interface happen. Fantastic. And of course, we have a very small token of our practical appreciation of your talk.